Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing issues re-entering Thailand. And the reason I got to thinking of this is I saw a video on, or not a video, an article on worldofbuzz.com. It was titled, quote, "He had no proof of leaving 5 years ago," unquote. Held at Thai immigration checkpoint, Malaysian man's story goes viral. And there's just a few bullet points here. Those who are watching this, you may want to go check this out for yourself. But I'll go ahead and quote some of this. On Thursday, 7 July, Jordan wanted to visit Danok, Thailand for a short getaway. When he was about to enter the immigration checkpoint at Sadao, Thailand, he was told to wait. The immigration officer took his passport, went into his office. After 30 minutes, the immigration officer came out and told him that they found a record of him entering Thailand on September 2nd, 2017. The system showed that he did not, quote, leave, unquote, Thailand, and that would mean that he has been illegally in Thailand for 5 years. Now, it should be noted, this person is visiting from Malaysia. This person's already out of Thailand, so he's on the other side of the line, if you will. This isn't somebody in Thailand leaving, my understanding. So, okay. Again, he was about to enter the immigration checkpoint at Sadao, Thailand. He was coming into Thailand. Due to language barriers, a man, possibly a tour guide, was helping him translate. The officer left as he explained that other matters to attend to. Quoting further, the man asked if he had his old passport with him or if he could call anyone from his family to help prove there was a record of him leaving. And it gets further in there, and basically they go back and forth. Ultimately, they don't find that he, had not left, because clearly he'd left. But it became this kind of catch-22 sort of back and forth, coming in and out. And yeah, this can be something of an issue. Going back, the digital system that now is pretty much in wide use in Thailand was still kind of being rolled out, even if you go back 4 or 5 years ago. It was not fully online. So yeah, I could see where there'd be record discrepancies. Now that said, to me, from a commonsensical approach, if someone's trying to enter Thailand and you're worried about whether or not they left before, well, that's pretty clear. They're trying to re-enter, so at some point they left, one would think. Now, that being said, Thai immigration does have protocols they need to deal with and security issues they need to deal with. People forget that. Immigration isn't just an administrative thing. There are security protocols, and it does probably look pretty strange that somebody came in and there's no record of them leaving. Now, as they get further down in that article, they find that yeah, he had proof from another passport that he had left. But long story short, it was interesting that, this became a major issue and it caused such a snafu for this person. And so the thing to take away from this video, well, one, I hesitate to say you should always take your old passports with you, but it's not an absolutely terrible idea. If you can. Again, I think that this is a pretty anomalous story. And let me be clear, this is not something that immigration is doing frequently. The reason I'm mentioning this in this video is because it is an anomaly. I had just never heard of this, and when I read it, I felt like it was noteworthy to make a video on. So those folks out there that are afraid of coming to Thailand or something for fear that, if you don't have your exit stamp, you're going to have a problem, I highly, highly doubt it. I think it was just a situation where it just kind of got caught in the mechanism, if you will, of Thai immigration, and they finally got through it, but it just was a strange anomaly to the immigration officer, and then this person's trying to get in. It just created kind of an overall kind of unpleasant situation. But long story short, yeah, it was ultimately resolved. But something to think about with respect to travel is, if you've got documentation out there as to prior travel, it might not be a terrible idea to maintain that documentation so as not to have that issue in the future.